Today's Mercedes-Benz interview of the day brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Dream Days. The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are here with exceptional offers on the CLE Coupe, E-Class Sedan, C-Class Sedan, CLE Cabriolet. Now through September 3rd, learn more at mbusa.com/dream. Just because he retired, he can't escape us. Jim Boeheim joining us from Las Vegas, special assistant to the Syracuse Director of Athletics, the Basketball Hall of Famer, and he joins us on the program. How are you, Coach?
I've never been better, happy as I can be, and I'm losing money in the poker room at the Wynn Casino as I speak to you.
Are you? What kind of poker player are you?
Pretty average, but out here they just broke up the World Series of Poker, so all the guys here played in it. So I'm below average in that group.
Okay, just be careful. You're not spending, your savings there. I don't want.
No. Well, I'm still getting, money. Like you guys are paying me a lot, a lot of money to be on your show. So
yeah.
I can put my blind up with one hand for that. No, it's been great. But I'm really retired. Then I won't be doing your show either.
No, you're not.
Never.
You're all. We're going to find you. We're going to track you down. We're going to track you down. Now, are you just watching Olympic basketball? What exactly are you doing in Vegas?
I'm in here to watch that. I watched the game last night. I watched practice the other day, and then I'm going to watch Summer League. Buddy, my son, is playing in the Summer League, so I will watch that for a couple days. And but it was fun watching the Olympic team practice. This is a really good basketball team. They didn't shoot it particularly well last night, but their defense was really good, and I think they're going to be really good. They've got. I think it's important for Kevin Durant to get healthy. He's probably the best international player of all of our players because he can shoot it so deep and he's so long. He's been our best international player. We'd like to have him, but to have Steph Curry and Holiday in the backcourt, LeBron obviously still is playing at a high level. We've got centers position, Anthony Davis, Embiid. It'll be interesting to see how Embiid makes progress. He looks a little, he was hurt at the end of last year. I don't know if he's fully healthy, but they've got a really good team. Tatum, obviously coming off a big year. They might have too many players, but I think the coaching staff, I think they'll work it out, and I think this will be a great Olympic team, and we'll need to be good because it's not easy. France is going to be really good. And obviously Slovakia, a couple other countries over there are good as well. So it'll be a test. The problem with the Olympics and the international ball, it's only a 40-minute game, so you can't get off to a slow start. And it's a one and done. Once you get to the medal round, if you play one bad game, you're done. So it's not that easy to win a gold medal. It really isn't. And but I think this team certainly is got a great chance to win.
Okay, help me understand building a team. You said they might have too many players. Jaylen Brown's coming off an unbelievable NBA Finals MVP, and you take his teammate, and Jaylen Brown sent out some cryptic messages like, what's going on here? So is this a case of too many stars, and you need to have some foot soldiers here, and that's why Jaylen Brown did not get picked?
No, not at all, because the guy they added is a star, too. I mean, I think they didn't release this, so I'm guessing a little bit here, but I think they felt they needed another guard that could pressure the ball in case Drew Holiday got hurt or something. I think they feel his teammate from the Celtics can also pressure the ball very hard. Plus, you got to understand, these two guys just won a championship, too. So they're used to each other. I think it's a good move. I think at the forward spot, you got Kevin Durant, you got Jason Tatum, you got somebody I'm forgetting, I'm sure, right now.
You got Shai Gilgeous, you got Anthony Davis.
No, I'm talking the forward spot. Gilgeous plays for Canada. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I know you're good, but you're having a bad morning
Just
right now.
seeing if you're paying attention. Just seeing if you're paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
All right.
But they got Jason Tatum. They got LeBron at forward. They got Anthony Davis at center, of course. But, Jaylen Brown's a great player. There's no question about it. And it's always tough to leave a guy like that. He's an Olympic player. He's as good as these guys. It's just the way they decided when they picked the team. They try to fit the guys as best. I went through this for 3 times. We picked 3 Olympic teams, and you're always there's always somebody maybe this guy or maybe that guy, and it's hard. Jaylen Brown's a great player. I don't think anybody's disputing that, and I'm sure that I think they felt when this happened. They had Kawhi obviously, and Kawhi Leonard's as good as anybody. So they were set at forward. When Kawhi went down, I think they made the decision they wanted another guard that could pressure the ball. It's a little bit of guesswork on my part, but I think that's what I heard from conversations. But yeah, it's always tough. But Jaylen Brown is a great player. That's not an easy leave-off by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. But they have a great team. I'm anxious to see them play. I think when they get rolling, we never had the shot blockers with like Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid. We didn't have that really with our Olympic teams. We had the guard play and the forward play, but we didn't have that shot. They've got a shot blocker. They changed shots last night. So, and they're going to have to contend with Wembanyama, and they're going to have to with Gobert with France. That's always going to be tough. But I like this team. I think they'll be fun to watch, and I think the Olympics will be great. I think it'll be a great team to watch, see how they develop.
Talking to Jim Boeheim, Basketball Hall of Famer, says he's retired, but not really. Cooper Flagg. What did you think?
Great player. I'm not gonna, I don't like to build up guys and just all this and that, but I'm just telling you, he's as good as anybody I've seen in a long, long, long time. He can go. He went right up against these guys. And these guys are men here. He went right up against them. He can shoot it. He handles the ball. He's tough. He's a different guy. I'm not sure he can't play right now on this team. He's really good, and he's a difference maker. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get that number 1 draft pick next year. He's really good. He's been good for a long time, and he's tough. He's got toughness, and he's a team player. He passes. He shoots. This guy, he blocks shots. He can play 2, 3, 4. 1 if he had to, probably. I'm not sure he couldn't play the 5. Really
is he
good.
capable of making this? Is he good enough to be on this roster on the Olympic team?
Well, you would never. I don't think you'd ever put a kid like that. We had Kevin Durant in the same situation when our first Olympics, and he was really good, but we didn't put him on.
Okay.
His time came, and Kevin's been on, this is 3rd or 4th. So sometimes a young player, even like Caitlin Clark, her time's going to come. She's going to be on 2 or 3 Olympic teams. But you kind of like to go with the veterans a little bit at this stage. You get in that 1-game playoff, and it's for the gold medal. Do you want a 17-year-old kid, or do you want Kevin Durant or LeBron James on the court? That's an easy answer. Even I think you get that answer. But
even I can get that one.
I don't know why I'm picking on you, my best friend for years. But anyway, Cooper Flagg's going to be fun to watch, and there's some really good young players coming up in college basketball for a year. They'll be there at least we'll see them for a year, but it'll be fun. I work with Carlos Boozer a lot, and he was a great guy to work with, by the way. His son's really good. So, I tell him all the time, Carlos, he's much better than you are. But, it's fun to watch these guys. It'll be fun to watch this Olympic team. And it's not that much fun to be in college basketball right now. And I wish we had somebody like Dave Gavitt that could be there to tell these guys what to do and how to fix what we've got. But I don't see that coming, and I don't want to sound like a grumpy old man that doesn't like today's world because whatever. It's just really crazy now in college basketball. And
what did you think of Dan Hurley turning down the Lakers to stay at Connecticut?
I love Dan Hurley. He's a great college coach. I think it's sometimes hard for some coaches to go from college to the NBA. It's a different mindset. You're not yelling at LeBron James and Anthony Davis 5 times a week. They're not listening to that. And I think Danny's great. He's tough, and he gets on his players, and it works in college. And he's figured out he's the best college coach. I'm happy for him that he went back. I think he's better suited in college. Mike Krzyzewski made a decision many years ago that he was a better suited college coach, and it worked out pretty good for him. I think this will work out well for Danny Hurley. Maybe, he can try it again if he wants to. He can try it up there, but I would say his style, I think it would be hard up there, but the people in Connecticut don't like me that much anyway, so I don't want to say anything bad about them. But anyway,
they like you now. No. You're gone. They like you a lot, I'm sure. Okay, but
they beat us enough.
The tougher transition, though, Coach. If Dan Hurley was leaving Connecticut to go to the Lakers, or J.J. Redick, who's never coached, going to the Lakers.
Well, J.J. knows the league. He's smart. He understands the league. He's pretty close with LeBron, which will help. But it's a tough team to coach. LeBron's 41 years old, and Anthony, who's a great player, gets hurt. If one of them go down, they're not winning. And the West, the last time I looked, and I watch I watch too much basketball anyway, but the last I looked, the West is pretty darn good out there. It's not going to be easy to do much out there. When you look at some of the players and some of the teams that are out there, I think it's going to be very hard. And the Lakers don't understand anything except winning. It's like I don't think that Darwin Ham did that better job coaching there, but they didn't win. So you coach there a couple of years, you don't win, you're probably not going to be coaching there again any longer. But it's a tough team to coach. If those two guys stay perfectly healthy and can have big years, they'll be in it. But it'll be tough for them. And but J.J. Redick, one other guy came out of the booth, to coach. You remember him? He turned out pretty good. A guy named Pat Riley. Remember him?
Yeah.
He turned out to be a pretty good coach, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it can be done.
But Magic and Kareem could make me a good coach, though. Just saying.
Well, he did pretty good in New York too. He elevated them pretty good.
I know.
Done all right in Miami.
Just saying.
Got
D-Wade, Shaq.
You can say that about Phil Jackson too. He had a few guys too. Any coach that wins in the NBA has good players. Red Auerbach, I love Red Auerbach, but until that guy Russell got there, they never won anything. And then when Russell they won a lot of games. They won a lot of games and a lot of championships.
Okay, who's the best? Who's the best coach of all time
in the NBA?
Yeah,
which I'm not an expert at, so they'll just laugh at me. But I think it's hard. I like Greg Popovich. I think he's a great coach. I put him and Phil Jackson right there with Red Auerbach. Those guys, you can't deny they won it. They won titles, and they're great coaches. It's hard to talk about coaches, different eras and different things. John Wooden was always considered the greatest coach because of what he did, and he is. And Mike Krzyzewski is the best coach in what I call modern basketball, which is kind of old basketball because I'm old. But
did you coach against Bird? in
No,
college?
we lost to Michigan State the year that Michigan State played Indiana State in the finals.
Okay.
We lost them.
Okay.
We lost before we got to the Michigan State game. So yeah, no, we didn't. And Bird he's a great player, top 5, one of my top 5 players all time. I mean, as simple as that. It's not that hard to pick these guys. Everybody argues about all this stuff. Michael Jordan's the best player that ever played. I mean, there's not a debate about it. It's over.
LeBron is not close to Michael Jordan, in your opinion.
Well, he's close. He's close.
Well, you
he's
just
close,
said it's over. It's no argument.
Well, no, there isn't. But he's close. But he's great. He's on that team, top 5 players. I mean, Magic Johnson's on that team. I mean, there's top 5 players, no question about it.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm writing these down. So you got Bird, Magic, and Michael. Now I got room for 2 more in your top 5.
Well, you got. I think LeBron's in there.
Okay, now I got room for 1 more.
Well, the problem with picking centers is you can fight all your life about it. I picked Bill Russell because he won 100 championships.
11.
That's yeah, and
won 11.
2 NCAA.
Yeah, that's true.
An
Olympic gold medal. Yeah.
So I picked Bill Russell. I mean, most people don't pick him, but that's okay. My sons laugh at me when I pick them, but that's all right. They're not that smart.
By the way,
they take after me.
Jim's son, Buddy, is playing with Oklahoma City in the Summer League, and his older son, Jimmy, just signed with the team in Germany. So
yes.
he'll be spending another...
How are you aware of all that stuff? Geez, that's good. You're on top of things now.
Well, I scouted better than you scouted. Let's put it that way.
Well, I don't know. I did pretty good in the wife category. I did pretty well there. I scouted her.
I think she scouted you.
First of all,
okay. Hold on.
I'm way over.
Harder to close.
We all know that.
Harder to close. Your wife or Carmelo Anthony?
No, you're supposed to say who was the most important recruit.
Well, I know who that is. It's Carmelo.
And I'm not going to answer that question on the radio. Not ever.
Nope. That'll come back to haunt you. All right. Don't lose your life savings out there, okay? Just stay away from the poker table. Okay.
I'm on a budget. I'm limited.
Good.
Right?
Very limited, yes.
I'm on Social Security. I'm retired. I'm not working.
Great to catch up with you. Play nice out
Thank
there.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
That's Jim Boeheim. Jim Boeheim, Hall of Fame coach.